Why do you still think about them? Why, after all the pain, all the silence, all the signs they're not right for you, do you still feel pulled toward them? You tell yourself you've moved on. You tell your friends you're over it. But at 2 a.m., your mind goes back, again and again. Why? Freud had a word for it. Repetition, compulsion. It's when your mind unconsciously tries to relive old emotional wounds, not to suffer, but to finally win. You think you're holding on to love, but what you're actually holding on to is the hope that this time the ending changes, that this time someone stays, someone sees you, someone finally gives you what you've been chasing for years. But here's the truth most people miss. You're not missing them. You're missing the version of you that almost got the love, the validation, the happy ending. It's not about who they are. It's about what they represent. A second chance to fix what you couldn't fix back then. But no matter how much you try, it never works. Because no relationship in the present can heal a wound that started in the past. Still, you chase, because part of you believes, if I let go now, it means it was all for nothing. If I move on, I give up the chance to finally prove I was enough. That belief is what keeps you stuck. But we're going to break it down, slowly, honestly. Because the moment you understand why you can't let go is the moment you start taking your power back. Don't leave yet. In the next few minutes, we're going to uncover something you've felt for years, but never had words for. And when you finally see it clearly, letting go won't feel like loss. It'll feel like freedom. Let me ask you something. When you imagine letting them go, what exactly are you afraid of losing? Is it the person? Or is it the possibility? The version of the story where they finally change, finally see you, finally become everything you hoped they'd be. That fantasy isn't just about love. It's about redemption. You're not just grieving what happened. You're grieving what could have happened. The life that almost was. The version of you that finally got picked. And that's where Freud was right. He said, we don't just seek pleasure. We seek resolution. Your mind is trying to finish an old chapter, one that started long before them, maybe even before you knew what love was. Because somewhere along the line, you learned that love and pain were connected, that if you just tried hard enough, if you were good enough, quiet enough, loyal enough, you could earn love, not receive it. Earn it. And every time someone makes you feel invisible, that wound reopens. And your brain whispers, don't walk away. This time, stay and prove you're worthy. But that's not healing. That's survival. And the cost is you. You slowly losing pieces of yourself, waiting for someone to finally give you back what you never should have lost in the first place. But here's the twist. They can't give it to you because they're not the source of the wound. They're just the trigger. And in a few minutes, we're going to trace that wound back to where it really began. You'll see how every moment you clung to the wrong person was actually your inner child trying desperately to rewrite her story. You're not obsessed. You're unfinished. Let's keep going. Do you remember the first time you felt invisible? Not ignored, invisible. That quiet ache of wanting to be seen, not for what you did, but for who you were. Who was there? Who wasn't? And what did you learn from their silence? That love had to be earned? That affection came with conditions? That you had to shrink, perform, or be perfect just to feel noticed? Because that's where this all began. That's the version of you who's still waiting, still hoping, still trying to win a kind of love that no child should ever have to beg for. And now, every time someone pulls away, every time they leave you guessing, it's not just adult you reacting. It's her, the little one, the one who's been whispering all your life, "Please don't leave. I can be better. I'll do more. Just stay." Let me ask you something honest. If someone offered you love, but didn't make you chase it, would you even trust it? Would you believe you deserve it? Or would you run? Because when your nervous system is wired for chaos, calm feels foreign, and foreign often feels fake. But what if the problem isn't that real love doesn't exist, but that you've been taught to fear it? That peace feels like emptiness because you've confused intensity with intimacy for so long. And you're not alone in this. Most people who can't let go aren't struggling with love. They're struggling with memory, a memory of never being enough, and a desperate hope that this time it might be different. We'll go deeper next. We'll talk about what it really means to stop chasing, and why that might be the bravest thing you'll ever do. You keep going back to them in your mind, even when you know better, even when everyone else tells you to move on. Why? Because letting go doesn't just mean losing them. It means losing the dream of finally being chosen, of finally being seen without having to beg for it. And giving up on that dream feels like giving up on the child in you who still believes, if I just hold on long enough, maybe I'll finally be enough. But let me tell you something. You were always enough. They just weren't capable of seeing it. And that's not your failure. It's not your shame. It's not your responsibility to heal someone by breaking yourself. Still, I get it. It's terrifying to walk away. Not because you're weak, but because this version of love, as broken as it is, feels like home. It's what you know. It's where your nervous system feels most alive, even if it's burning you from the inside out. Let me ask you something, and don't answer too quickly. What would your life look like if you stopped chasing people who can't meet you? Who would you be? Without the constant need to prove your worth? I know that silence feels like a void, like abandonment. But it's not. It's space. Space to breathe, to rebuild, to remember who you were before you made survival your personality. You've survived long enough. It's time to live. And in the next part, we'll talk about what that actually means. Not just letting go of them, but becoming the person you've been waiting for. Don't stop now. You're closer than you've ever been. You've spent so long trying to be chosen that you forgot you've had the power to choose yourself all along. This is where it shifts. Not because they changed, not because they came back, but because you finally stopped begging someone else to rescue a version of you they never understood. You see, the real healing, it doesn't happen the day you stop loving them. It happens the day you stop abandoning yourself. That moment when you say, no more chasing, no more performing, no more shrinking who I am just to be kept. That's not the end of your story. That's the beginning. And yes, it will feel lonely at first, because silence always follows noise, because peace always feels empty when your nervous system has been wired for chaos. But stay in that silence. Don't run, because buried beneath it is everything you've been looking for in someone else: validation, safety, worth, love. From you. For you. The version of you that's done chasing, done settling, done handing out access to people who only show up when it's convenient. You're not here to prove you're lovable. You already are. You're not here to earn rest. You deserve it. You're not here to rewrite the past through someone else's behavior. You're here to create a new future, starting with how you treat yourself. So let me ask you, one final time, what part of yourself are you finally ready to come home to? Share it in the comments. Someone out there is still running from their silence, and your words might be the first time they feel less alone.